Hey guys, welcome to another episode of LJ's Garage. Today I am sitting in a 2024 BMW XM. I know a lot of people are going to say, I just don't love the looks of this, but I, for one, I love the presence. I love the stance of this, I love the looks, and I love the illuminated grille. I might be somewhat of an obsessed BMW fan at this point, and I might be a little crazy for sure. So in the XM, we're just going to start off with some numbers. 4.4 liter V8 twin turbo that is paired to an electric motor. So this combined makes 590 foot-pounds of torque and 644 horsepower. It'll do 0 to 60 in about 4.1 seconds, which is as fast as my F80 M3. Insane for a 6,000-pound SUV. So if you drive this thing in all electric, for the sleeper effect, you'd get about 30 miles of range, which is awesome. I think if you're just cruising around the city enjoying life, this is a perfect little city mobile. I can't even say that with a straight face. It's a cool mobile, and I don't know if it's necessarily a city mobile. This is all-wheel drive only, as expected, because I can't imagine a rear-wheel drive monster variant of this car. It makes sense to just keep it all-wheel drive. BMW says this is engineering perfection. This is the XM. As I was filming this, someone walked up and they asked, what's the number? Is it a 3, a 5, a 6? I said, no, it's the XM. And special thanks to Evans BMW over here in Dayton, Ohio. If you are in this area, be sure to stop in and ask for Jared. He's one of the best salesmen when it comes to this stuff. And then ask for Nick as your BMW genius. Awesome guy. He's taught me a lot about this XM. And now I'm going to share all that information with you guys. If you were to take the electric mileage out of this, you'd get about 17 miles per gallon average. 14 city, 17 highway. So yeah, this is not for those of you that care about the environment, but if you combine that with the electric, this is about 46 miles of range per gallon charge, whatever it is. So stay tuned. I'm going to give you guys a walk around tour, the inside, the outside, and then share with you guys some of the driving experience. So if you're new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button, and we'll hop right into things. So I'm not going to spend too much time on the outside. It has this illuminated grille. You've got these cool daytime running lights, and the headlights are right underneath those. Overall, this front end looks sharp. I know that some people will say it's too muscular, it's too in your face, but you've got to keep in mind that this car is competing with something like a Lamborghini Urus. Take a look at these massive calipers and rotors. This rotor is about the size of a Honda Civic wheel. So you're going to have great stopping power when it comes to something this massive and this powerful. And if you're wondering the size of these wheels, these are 23-inch wheels, and those are an option that you can upgrade to on these. But this is an amazing SUV, in my opinion. You're going to notice that on the side that you do have this little plug-in hybrid door right here. You push this, and you can see this is where you would charge things up. Another feature that I want to point out is on this doorknob, you've got kind of this like glass crystal effect. You can kind of see it right there, but you're going to have keyless entry, so you unlock, lock, and this does have the passive entry. So as long as you walk up to the car, it's going to detect the keys and it'll let you in, all of those good things. Give you a sneak peek of the interior if you guys didn't see that in the beginning shot. And this one's on sale right now. Tempting, right? Tempting. But look at this. Great materials. And so all your friends will think you're one of the coolest people. Look at that roof. That's my number one feature of this SUV, is this roof. I love a sunroof, but I am not someone who actually uses it as much as I like to think. All right, just a couple things to point out back here. You're going to notice that you have these quad, hexagonal, diagonal, whatever you want to call them, exhaust tips, and all four are functional. These are real exhausts, and there are a couple different modes that you can put this in to really enjoy it. Your taillights are just so nice, really cool. And you'll notice that right here, you've got this luxury bag, and in this bag are a few things. You're going to have your electric charger, and that's it actually. And then you'll see here, you got this little sticker that says 644 horsepower, 590 torque, 0 to 60 in 4.1 seconds. So this comes with your fancy XM. There is a little privacy cover that you can get that sits right back here, and good storage space. Like I said, this sits right between the X5 and the X7 when it comes to sizing. And then that's really all there is to really dive into back here. I wish there was more to show you guys, but good materials. You can kind of feel this Alcantara. It's all soft and nice to the touch. But yeah, this is what you get. I'll step back a little bit and give you guys one more shot. Of course, that is a power closing trunk. And one more time for these taillights. And while I'm here, let's show you guys this key. So you're gonna have your trunk release right there, and then you're gonna have your unlock right there. your panic button for when things get panicky. And then you're going to have your lock button there, and 3 times for your remote start right there. So, whoop, right there. So 3 times. Now let's talk about the second row. Take a look at all the ambient lighting you get in here. BMW does this well. I used to say Mercedes had the cake and the crown for interior lighting, but BMW has taken that back. And just look at this. And the one thing I will say, other than these seats are really comfortable, there's so much room back here. So I have plenty of leg room, and these seats are set for me. I am 5'9", so 5'9" person sitting behind another 5'9" person. My good friend that's like 6'5", he could sit back here. I assume if you've got kids back here, these seats can hold up pretty well to some of that beating and everything like that. So this is a really cool interior. Again, nice little shot, Alcantara, soft to the touch. Man, this is just a good spot to be with your Bowers and Wilkins sound system, just bumping some music and having a good time. Anyways, back to the features before I fall asleep. Charge port right there. Then back here, you're going to have more charge ports down there. You're going to have heated seats back here, and then you're going to have another climate zone right back here for the rear passengers. Place for your maps. There's actually a pretty good map storage if you guys still carry those. And then your seats themselves, this is them. Cool little door card. Very fancy. And then just a little sneak peek to the front. If you're curious, you do have cup holders right there. Boom, boom. And even further, pull this down. And now, oh God, it ate my fingers. But you got this little ski pass through for when you take this thing skiing, or just for lumber or whatever. Before I leave back here, I want to show you guys the stitching. Of course, it would be kind of cool if they did like the black and gold stitching, so kind of match the badges that you find all around this. So walking up to this, you'll notice that you've got a couple of things. Your lock, your unlock. Over here, you've got memory seats for 2, and then you do have massage seats. Ooh, very nice. Sound system, your fuel release, power seats, of course. Illuminated XM badges on these seats. There's another shot of that purple, which all that is customizable if you don't like the color purple. So now we're sitting up front. You're going to notice the first things on the wheel, M1 button, M2 button. Those are programmable drive modes that you can set as little instant shortcuts. So let's say you want to have one for eco mode and then one for super sport mode, everything. You can set that and it'll be pre-programmed to flick of a button or press of a button. You now have full ability to rip and tear this thing up. Then behind that, you'll notice you've got paddle shifters right there. I got a minus right there and a plus right there. You guys can figure out what that means. If you don't know, let me know. Behind that, you're going to notice that you have your BC, which is going to be your board control. So if you press that, what that allows you to do is it controls the screen. So you can actually move and rotate the information that's on there. And then right under that is going to be your automatic headlights. I do like what they've done with these vents. They're really cool. And then on top of it, you've even got an additional little vent right there. Overall, just a good, very unique design. BMW has taken this approach, trying to make every car a little unique in its own way, and the XM is no exception to that. Now I've got the XM turned on. You'll see that there's a lot of different controls, and it may get a little overwhelming to most people, but once you sit in this and take the time to kind of really learn where everything is at, it's not bad at all. And with that being said, let's talk about the first thing is the climate menu. I'm going to click that because I've got to turn the fans off. It looks like madness at first, so trust me, it does. So what I want to do right now is I want to turn my fan speed down. I just look for the icon that's got the little fan, and I can turn that down. Easy as that. More of the purple ambient lighting. I can't get enough of that. But let's dive into some of the features. Let's get back to this main screen. And so what you do is you press this menu button, and then now you can scroll, and you'll see that you've got little menus popping up, trip data. And next to that little menu down at the bottom, you're going to see where it's got little arrows pointing which direction, so you'll know which controls you need to use on the steering wheel. So now you can go to like the route preview. You can go to map. So if you want that full map right there, find your way to Evans BMW. And then over to the right, I can use that menu as well. So this controls my head-up display. You guys might not be able to see it, but it's right there in the middle. And you can control what you kind of see there, set it to map, set it to speed, a little bit of both. If you have your kids or people in the back, you got your little seatbelt indicators there, and it lets you know who's there. 4-wheel drive / all-wheel drive. You'll see your range for your electric motor. So we've got 1 mile. And then temperature. Then with the electric motor and the gas motors combined, 238 miles right now with just a little bit under a full tank. Your RPM gauge over to the left, but all of this is again customizable. So with this iDrive 8.5 system, you got this full display that goes all the way across, and then this nice touchscreen that's very responsive. You got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and you're able to actually do everything that you need from here. I love that at the bottom you've got the temperature controls, so those are easily accessible, easily adjustable, and you can find those as soon as you need to. And then let's say that you wanted to set up different profiles. You could do that in like BMW ID and log in, so you have different IDs. So even set up a guest profile. There's a lot of features in here. If I hit charging, you'll be able to see your charge modes. You can set the time that you're going to set your departure time, all these different things to be able to take full use of the electric mode. I won't dive into all that because I'm no expert on the electric part of the BMW world. I'm starting to learn and getting into that. Seat comfort, you'll see all of these different things. You can set your seat massage right there. Ooh, pelvic activation. I like that. So then this is where you'd find all your different modes for those things. So let's go back to the main page. Got your weather. We got a nice sunny day today, so I thought I'd take full advantage of it. But look at that. Forecast in crisp resolution. You can see your messages, drive recorder. That's another good one. I'll talk about that. You basically have your built-in dash cams for this car. So this has no recordings right now. But if I were to record, you guys can see this here. Look at that. Essentially just your dash cam. You can even see all the way around. That's one of the best resolutions. You'll get all license plates, and it's essentially its own little built-in kind of Sentry mode. I feel the massage seats. They're working, guys. I like this. I need this. You can hit live vehicle, so you can kind of monitor everything. See, ooh, this one looks nice. I like this. You can see your engine oil level, required services. And then the cool thing with this is this does have like gestures and stuff like that. So you can turn it up like this. Turn it down. Come on. Takes a little bit of practice. And then I can't remember how to skip songs. But there's all different gestures that you can do with this system. You could talk to it. You got Amazon Alexa built in. Let's go to interior lighting. A couple things to mention in there. Ambient lighting. Open that. And now this is where you can control. Ooh, flamingo. I know a few of you that would like that color. Looking at you. Let's go to the parking cameras. There's so many different views. There's so many different ways to look at things. Parking assistance. If you hit somebody with this, I would be impressed. It means that you are not paying attention. You got your car wash mode as well. There's so many different modes. And then here's the 3-dimensional one. Oh, you can pinch. Apparently you can, hold on, how do I do this? I want to use the gestures. I want to be cool, guys. I can't do it. Ooh, fancy. Here's a better close-up of that, so you can see the resolution. And there is plastic on this, so if there's a little bit of glare, that's why. But yeah, good resolution overall. Easy system to use. Now let's talk about the drive modes, or sort of drive modes. So let's say you go into your M1 mode. You can configure all of these to the way that you like it. Even set the exhaust the way that you like. So without diving into all that, just know that the feature is there and it does exist. But this is nice. This is a good cabin. And when you really do want to do more for the climate controls, you can just push that like I did right there. Everything is right there. So I don't love necessarily that the climate controls are incorporated into the screen, but the way that BMW has done it, I don't think anyone would be too upset. But let's go down here. You're going to have your forward and backwards for your audio controls, your volume controls right there. That's still a physical button. That always helps. This slides down, so you get a little cover. And then in here, you're going to have heated and cooled cup holders. And then your little charge pad right down there. Another little USB port. And let's talk about these controls, because these are important as well. So you're going to have your shift knob right here. And then these little 3 dots are going to determine how aggressive your shifts are or how smooth, depending on who you ask and how you look at it. Your red stop start button, your parking assist features right there. And if you hit setup, it'll bring you right into your different drive modes and everything there. So a couple different ways to get to what you're looking for. You can hit M mode, you can hit M hybrid, turn on and off your exhaust valves, auto brake hold, electronic parking button, and hill descent control. So all pretty normal stuff. Moving to here, you got this split center console, which is nice. Good amount of space. Nothing to really share with you guys there. But almost done, guys. Up top, you get a mirror. And then got your nice little visors. Moving over to this other side, you're going to have your glove box, which is large enough. And that's it. So this is the XM. I will say this much. Fit, finish for $140,000, $50,000, $60,000 that you could spec these out to. Or you could go all the way to the top and get a label. And if you do that, now you're getting 700 something horsepower and all these bells and whistles I pointed out here. It's a rocket of an SUV. Nobody really needs that much power on the road, but if you were going to do it, would you choose the Urus or would you choose this? I don't know. I'm just kidding. I know. For the price difference, it's almost kind of not fair to really compare these two. But I think that's what BMW is trying to do. They're trying to go after that market that is right above the X5 and the X6 and really just kind of push the status a little bit of what BMW is capable of. And they just wanted to show that they can make an SUV do these things. Someone was saying that these shift funny. What do you think that?
I think it shifts harder, and when people aren't used to that, they think it shifts funny.
Too easy.
You feel the a little bit of that roughness in the transmission, but
yeah.
And that's on transmission level 3. Like if you're going down to like level 1, for example.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Please let me know down below what are your thoughts on the BMW XM. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and all those good things, and I will see you guys on the next episode. Peace.